Good day, everybody. My name is Vera Dinnaya. I'm into the media as a lady. The particular part of the media I am into is broadcast journalism. It's way coming all the way. So I just love being. I've always loved cameras, and I'm a talker. So my friends call me talkative. So anything that makes me talk to people, especially in front of the camera, gives me joy. And so, yeah. Nine years. I've been into the media business for 9 years. Yes, my grandfather is my biggest supporter. He supports everything it is I do. I used to work for a couple of people, but then as I grew, I decided to be on my own. So do I have a personal business aside the media? Everything I do is centered around the media. So the businesses I do in the media are editing, voiceovers, photography, so weddings, events, documentaries. That's the business I'm into. The major thing I do, my biggest purpose is to give service to the people. So money, as much as money is needed, it's not the target for me. The target for me is to create service. And of course, when you create service, money comes in. The best resources that has helped me so far, first of all, is God, because I believe that there's nothing I can be or do without God. Then my grandfather and my granduncle are also my biggest resource people. Then myself, because I try as much as I can to be sure that I am on the determination and on the focused path at all times. A common myth about my profession is that everybody who's into the media is a wayward person. And I'll try as much as I can to debunk that, because not everybody, in fact, I beg to say that people who are into the media are not wayward people. Majority of the things that you see on TV are just TV friendly. They don't actually happen. So if your child wants to go into the media, please give him or her all the support it is that they need. There is no bad person in the media, and there's no good person in any particular profession either. My biggest failure when I first began in this whole media thing was having to listen to some people who, they felt they knew me better than I knew myself, but along the line, and this drew me backwards for a very long time. So for about 2 years, I was typically not doing anything. I would have said I wasn't doing much, but rather I wasn't doing anything. I was listening to them, and in those 2 years, I found that none of the things it was I did gave me the comfort and the satisfaction it was that I wanted. So my biggest failure was having to listen to people who I felt were leading me on the right path. Of course, I've been discriminated so many times. It's still the same myth that everybody who is in the media is wayward. My daddy wanted me to be a lawyer, and come on, I don't see myself being a lawyer. I don't see myself sitting down in an office, having to just write on papers or just look in front of the computer. I'm always on the move. And so for a while, nobody was talking to me because they felt I was doing something that was really nasty. But after some time, I was able to prove to them by providing them with some of the productions I had done before. And, we all got back together again. God keeps me going, because there's nothing else I can add to the equation. God is just the only one who keeps me going. No, no way, I'm not. Because I know that there's so much that can be achieved, there's so much that can be done. And one thing I don't do, I don't sit down to wait for opportunities. I create opportunities for myself. And so by creating opportunities, people get to see more of what can be done. So as I believe that so long as there's life, so long as we're still alive, then there's still so much that hasn't been done, that has to be done. For somebody who is willing to pursue a similar career, especially as a lady, you need to first of all prove who you are. So, you know how parents think, or how the larger crowd think. So when they see you with a bunch of boys, because the media, in their opinion, is the game for boys alone. And so when they see you with a bunch of boys carrying cameras, they begin to have thoughts in their head. So you're going to have to erase that thought from them first, and then be determined, know who you are, be focused. You can do anything. Where you are is just enough to begin to make an impact. You don't have to wait until you get the biggest deal. You don't have to wait until you get the biggest contract. You don't have to wait until you have your own studio. Where you are, even if it's from your room, is just enough to make an impact. So for the younger people, or for every other person, if you have a dream, all you need to do is to attach yourself to somebody who is in the same field or profession as you are, or as you are aspiring to be in. You don't have to wait for these opportunities to come to you. You have to go out and scout for them yourself. Thank you so much, NKTV, for having me. Thank you.